Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with Tabernacle Christian head football coach Joe Davis, powered by CM Gridiron. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
Welcome back, Coach.
Thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. So this past week, wow, you really got the monkey off your back, didn't you?
Finally got that
40
first
to
win.
nothing against Clay County Christian, and y'all did it in fine fashion. Tell us about the night.
It started out a little bit rough. Our first half, we played like we had a 2-hour drive and we were still asleep from the ride over there.
Sure.
But after the second half, we seemed to figure things out, started making blocks where we needed to.
Right. Well, your offense really put on a show. I mean, 40 points, that's a lot in a high school game. Tell us about some of the guys that did well for you.
Ian Anderson had, I believe, 96 receiving yards for us, a couple
Nice.
big touchdowns from him.
Yeah.
Blocking as well from having him at tight end. He's a great blocker.
Okay.
He's willing to go out there and fight in the trenches,
Sure.
not just wanting all the flashy plays. And a couple good runs from our backs. Jeremy Herrard, who joined the team, this was his first game. I believe he joined
good.
2 weeks ago. He had
Nice.
a couple real good runs. Liked seeing that. And
Yeah.
Aiden Helton, he had a couple good runs as well.
Right. So good.
Firing on all cylinders.
Nice,
felt like.
nice. So that defense of yours pitched the shutout. I mean, you just don't blank people out very often in high school sports. Tell us who rose to the top for that defense.
Alex Tank.
Yep, always.
Talk about him every week.
Every week.
He did a phenomenal job. Even if he wasn't in on the tackle, he was pushing them back the other way for other people,
Right.
other guys to step up and make a tackle.
Right.
Kyle Gillis had an interception for us.
Nice.
Ian Anderson and Brock Cooper both contributed very well defensively, plugging holes, covering. Just it looked like we were a pretty decent football team.
Yeah, absolutely. With the score like that, you seem like a tremendous football team.
Yeah.
So, as we always ask, how about the injury bug? Anybody get hurt?
No one got seriously hurt. We had a couple guys get a little banged up.
Right.
Just bumps and bruises.
Okay.
But we have a couple guys that should be coming back this week. Landon Irvin should be. I think they said he was going to go back into playing protocol at physical therapy, so they're going to start working with him. So he could be back by Friday.
Nice.
Hopefully, that'd be really nice to.
That would be nice.
Put back.
Well, good deal.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to be right back after a word from our sponsor.
PrepsNet Coach Speak is powered by CM Gridiron. CM Gridiron is your home of fan-focused Alabama high school football. From our weekly interactive Team of the Week and offensive and defensive fan-selected player of the week polls to the Alabama High School Stadium Tour, player profiles, Coach of the Week features, and live in-game scoreboards, CM Gridiron is the largest fan-driven digital platform in the state of Alabama. Your team, your voice, your vote, your game. CM Gridiron.
And we're back. Coach, this week you have Russell Christian coming here from Meridian, Mississippi. They have been a powerhouse for a number of years, but my understanding is they lost their first game last week to Jacksonville Christian by a wide margin at that. So what do you make of that, and how do you prepare for them?
That's their first conference loss this season.
Right.
So, I mean, hopefully we can come out with a win Friday. It depends
Right.
on how their coach flips this loss. It could be they get real down on themselves, or they get real mad and come out and want to win another football game.
Right.
I feel like we have the athletes in place to go out, be competitive, come out with a win.
Right.
But it's going to come down to Friday night and who shows up.
Right. So Russell's coach is Tim Moore. He's been there, I think this is his second year, and he's continued that winning tradition that they've had there for a number of years. What style of play do you expect out of him?
They have the best running back in the league, probably.
Okay.
So I'm expecting him to get lots and lots of touches.
Absolutely.
It's going to come down to those front couple guys that we got up there. If they're going to step up and make tackles or if they're
Right.
going to sit back and catch like
Right.
we've struggled with earlier on in the season.
Gotcha. Just got to be hungry, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So this is a big win that you've just gotten, but at the same time, you've got to kind of turn the page and get ready for probably the biggest challenge of the season. It's enough to say that your guys have got to be pretty disciplined in their thinking and in their actions this week, right, Coach?
Yes. Russell has always been a very fundamental team.
Right.
They're not going to do anything flashy. They're going to run it right at you. They're going to run
Right.
basic plays. They're going to run it right at you, and they're going to beat you playing
Right.
good,
Well,
hard-nosed football.
It sounds like then you've got to keep the mistakes down because
Yes.
that will probably kill you in a game
Yes,
like this.
Absolutely. Turnovers. We've struggled with turnovers this season. Even Friday,
Right.
we had, I believe, 3 or 4 turnovers.
Right.
And it's dumb mistakes.
Right.
We had one, Aaron Peters was trying to throw it out of the backfield, tossing it out to a check down receiver. He ends up throwing it behind him for a fumble.
Yeah.
And we just stood there and looked at the ball instead of jumping on it.
Well,
Dumb mistakes like that will
Yeah.
absolutely get us beat by 40 points.
Right. So got to play good fundamental football this Friday, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's our show, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
And
Thank
we appreciate you guys watching. Join us again next week for another version of Tabernacle Coach Speak.